Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know we talked about doing glassine bags, and we will, but I was playing around and made this tri-fold ephemera holder, and it's pretty quick and simple, so I will show you how I did it. And it's relatively flat, so it can either be glued down and you can have an additional pocket in the back, or it can be placed into a pocket, or it could be clipped in. So all I did was took a 6x12 sheet of scrapbook paper. This is one-sided, but it's fairly thick. So, and I scored it at 4 and at 8. And then on this one, I just rounded the corners and inked around. And then out of an additional piece of cardstock, which is just this brown cardstock, I cut 4 pockets, which are 3.5 inches long by 2 inches tall. And I'll make sure to put all the measurements in the description box so you'll have them. The measurements aren't really super specific necessarily. It's just, you know, what you think would fit. As long as you can, you know, fold your papers in a tri-fold, then I'm pretty sure any size will work. But since this is white, I am going to stencil on here. And I'm just using ground espresso, oxide to ink. And it doesn't have to be perfect or anything, just to get some color down. Just to kind of take away the stark white of the paper, although you could add, you know, collage on it or add pictures or whatever. I'm just doing this because it keeps any bulk down. And I'm just going to take a wipe and wipe off my stencil right quick. Okay. And try to keep those cleaned off so they don't get nasty or anything. And I'm going to glue the pockets on, and I'm just using Fabri-Tac for that. Fabri-Fix, 3-in-1, Collal, any of those glues, or, you know, art glitter glue. The glue of your choice, whatever it is that you like to use. And I could have made the pockets longer, it's just a little, because I used a smaller piece of cardstock, it just happened to work out. And I don't mind that there's a little bit of a gap on either side. Use my Timmy towel real quick to get rid of the excess glue there. Now, I didn't ink around these because they're already dark brown. I could have went around them in black, because I'm not really sure if the ground espresso would show up very good on here, but figure since everything else is inked around, it wouldn't matter. So these go together relatively quickly. But I was just playing around, and I'm sure I'm not the first person to do these. I'm sure, you know, there's probably other videos out there doing something along these lines. I'm sure. But it's, you know, new to me. I haven't seen it done, but that doesn't mean that, you know, they haven't been done or somebody hasn't done them, I'm sure. I'm sure probably even Julie has done something like this. I'm sure. Okay. So there's the pockets. Now I've got a few things here that I thought we could decorate the pockets with. You know, something small. And these have been inked around already. Just, you know, something nice. Okay. And I'll glue down the mushroom here. And I've kept everything kind of neutral. You know, that way I can put it in any type of journal. I think this would look good in like a fall journal maybe, or a like nature journal or botanical journal, because, you know, a mushroom is technically a plant even though it's edible. Well, some of them are edible. And this is a sticker, but I don't know if I'll be able to get the back off of it. Oh, I did. Surprise, surprise. I have the hardest trouble getting the sticker backs off of them. Usually. Okay. And all of them have been inked around already, just to save time. Okay. Uh-oh. Well, let's try that again, shall we? There we go. And then I'll put, maybe, I didn't ink around this flower though. I was in the middle of cleaning some stuff up and trying to get my ephemera to where it was more easily accessible. So I've got some drawers now that I have kept all that stuff in. You know, like on my desk here, so that I can, well, I say desk, it's actually a table, but you know what I mean. Got ink or paint or something over here on my table. Okay. Okay. So, you know, just quick little decorations there, and then I'm going to put this tab on the front. The other one was put kind of relatively in the middle, but I think I'm going to put this up closer to the top. Which it doesn't really matter where you put it. But you can hold it under like a heavy book or something, and it will help keep it flat. You could also take your bone folder and go back over it. Just be careful though, because you could crack your paper, because you know some papers do crack. I kind of wanted to put some, well, it's not cheesecloth, but it's just, you know, coffee dyed gauze. But it kind of has a similar look about it as cheesecloth. And I've got a label here. Okay. Now this paper wasn't really directional because everything is, you know, kind of backwards and stuff on the paper anyway. We'll put a mushroom down, I think. I got a couple of blank labels here. And I've also got this seal, this wax seal that I thought about putting on here somewhere too. I don't know yet if I want to do that. I may want to put that down just a little bit more in a couple of spots so it doesn't get hung up on anything if you're, you know, trying to get in and out of a pocket or clipping it on or something. There we go. Okay, so now we have that. Now I'll let that dry before I try to put anything into it, but as you can see, I've got a large what's this thing called? Oh, I forgot what the thing. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I wasn't expecting that. I'm gonna say like a postcard. Yeah, a postcard. Lord, I couldn't remember what I was talking about there. And then I've got a couple of tags here. Just a craft tag and a regular tag. This was part of the Artie Mays and Tracy Fox kit. I've got a few tags left over from that. A random Timmy bit of ephemera. I haven't inked around it or anything. I can, just a little bit. The only reason I'm using this brush is because it just happens to be out. Because I was stenciling, and I stencil with those brushes. Okay, and then a couple more of the Artie Mays and Tracy Fox tags, which could be inked around and decorated up a little bit more, but I was just, you know, showing you that they could be used and still stays relatively flat in a journal without too much bulk on either end. But yeah, just a quick video to show a little trifold ephemera holder. So you can keep ephemera in here. It works great for Happy Mail, journals. Ideally, you could probably put some paper in here and make them a little notebook too, or a mini journal. So yeah, so just a couple of quick little, and I just used this paper because it was the only paper that I had, And I don't know what kit it comes from, but I do know that it is Graphic 45. That's the only thing I know. But I didn't see a kit or anything that it came from. It was the only paper like that I had. I thought it was pretty. And it's neutral enough that it can be used for any type of journal or anything. So any random bits of scrapbook paper that you might have will work. This came out of some scrapbook paper that my cousin had given me. So, and she got it from a lady that she knows. So I have no idea where the lady got it from, because I don't know the lady myself. But she shared a bunch of scrapbook paper with me, so I have a ton of it. It's kind of funny because I didn't have hardly any scrapbook paper at all before she sent it to me, and then my daughter ended up going to Goodwill and finding a whole bunch of scrapbook paper, so I now have even more scrapbook paper than what I had originally. So I've got a whole filing cabinet full of scrapbook paper. Just none of it happens to be Timmy paper because I used all of it. But anyway, so there's just a quick video to show you some extra things, and so we're going to be doing a glassine bag. Now I haven't glued this together. I'm just going to show you that you can use. Now this has been crinkled up on purpose for a more aged look. And that's using wax paper. And we're also going to make some library cards. Some with gussets and some without. So that's what the next couple of videos are going to be. Because, you know, I have library cards, but I had no pockets to put them in. Because I ran out of pockets. I didn't have very many of those. I've got more library cards than pockets. But anyway, so that is it for me, guys. Just a quick video, and I will see you guys back here really soon. I hope you have a lovely day. Bye.